Hi folks. This one seems like it's a bit of a stretch since I haven't heard it, but this one's coming from the Free Patriot Post. What this is basically saying is 800,000 gallons of Jim Beam accidentally released into a Kentucky lake burst into flames after being hit by lightning. According to this, also being sucked up by a tornado. But this is the official story and it makes some sense, and I will search for this in a second to see if it's right. This is the basic story. Lightning hit a storage facility of Jim Beam, and it had made its way into a local river. I don't know if that's true or not, and when the lightning hit, it set the place on fire. It was during a storm. The winds picked up. I guess there was some kind of tornado nearby. It sounds completely ludicrous, but I'll search it and see if we can't find something better on it. There's supposed to be some pictures here. It says a Jim Beam warehouse in Kentucky was struck by lightning, releasing 800,000 gallons of bourbon into a nearby lake. Then the lake was hit by a firenado, setting inflammable liquid alight. And everything was caused by a bolt of lightning that hit the ground, setting a fire, which is path of the tornado, yada, yada, yada. Sounds bull to me, but it is what it is. Here's some photos. For those of us who are saying, no, this isn't right, or this isn't real. Here's the fire caused by the Jim Beam place. There's the storage facility for Jim Beam going into water, pouring out into a lake. Facebook.com/The Weather Channel. Weather gone viral Thursday 10 p.m. The Weather Channel. So if the Weather Channel caught this, folks, I'm going to put this out there as yes. According to the Weather Channel, firenado could grow up to 100 feet tall. After the warehouse was damaged, the bourbon flowed into a nearby lake, which was then struck by lightning. Small tornado passed over the scene, sucking up the flaming spirit, spreading the fire further. Despite being victims of a lightning strike, Jim Beam are facing damages of $70,000 for polluting nearby creek, which led to major fish kills. So what I'm going to do, very simply, I'm just going to search via Bing or Google and just do a thing and see where this shows up. So these are the results for the search. I search 800,000 gallons of bourbon and Kentucky firenado of bourbon ignited. Jim Beam factory hit by lightning created a firenado by mirror.uk or .co.uk. Time lightning bolt destroyed 800,000 gallons of bourbon. Yahoo News. Fires lightning bolt destroyed 800 photo. Fusion. Firenado. Weatherplusnews.com on AOL.com. We'll show the AOL one, since we know that's run by Reuters and other people. Alright, well, according to this, the video is no longer available, but time lightning destroyed 800,000 gallons of bourbon. So, no big deal. We will do something better. Let me do another one. I don't want to do another YouTube. $800,000 viral thread. News United. Alright, so let me try to find a better one. Alright, here's supposedly a video of the incident coming from Boing Boing. I know it's a crappy one, but it seems like these guys didn't do anything, and looks like the video is no longer available. So here we go. Facebook.com/weather channel. They're just showing the fire NATO. Doesn't seem to be anything major or of the scene. Let me refrain the search one more time. Jim Beam. So I think it's understandable that this did happen, that this factory did go into flames. But it looks like all the videos are being taken down. So looks like the Weather Channel was the main group on this. So let me just show the Weather Channel on this. See what they have to say. Alright, here we go. Here's from the Weather Channel. Weather Channel's fire NATO in Kentucky Lake after brimming with bourbon. So
This towering fire tornado, or fire NATO, was created when lightning struck a Jim Beam warehouse in Kentucky, and 800,000 gallons of bourbon spilled into a retention pond and went up in flames. You have to have exactly the right conditions for something like this to happen: a body of water with a flammable substance on top, and weather conditions that whip the fire into a funnel. Fortunately, the pond kept the fire from spreading. It took quite an effort, but eventually the fire was put out. However, a nearby creek was contaminated, killing many fish. The company paid state authorities nearly $27,000 in cleanup costs for this booze-fueled spectacle. I'm Matt Sampson, the Weather Channel. This towering fire tornado, or fire NATO, was created when lightning struck a Jim.
Reunion with this whole situation.
Oh, please, do what I'm doing. Use Crest White Strips.
This towering fire tornado, or fire NATO, was created when lightning struck a Jim Beam warehouse in Kentucky, and 800,000 gallons of bourbon spilled into a retention pond and went up in flames. You have to have exactly the right conditions for something like this to happen: a body of water with a flammable substance on top, and weather conditions that whip the fire into a funnel. Fortunately, the pond kept the fire from spreading. It took quite an effort, but eventually the fire was put out. However, a nearby creek was contaminated, killing many fish. The company paid state authorities nearly $27,000 in cleanup costs.
alright, so as you can see, this actually happened. There was some kind of storm going on, high winds, lightning, started everything on fire, and then it went into a local little river, and it went into a lake. So it isn't so far-fetched, but when you bring it all together, you go, that's not possible. But the Weather Channel's covered this. It was covered on headlines today, and majority of these stories have been taken down, probably because people say it's not possible. But as you can see, not only is it not possible, it did happen. This happened in Kentucky. It happened to a Jim Beam factory or a storage facility, a warehouse of some sort. And, this is sad. Not only for the alcohol, but for the company and for the environment. So, thanks everybody.